Hello friends. For those of you new to this channel, I left corporate America earlier this year to focus on a homesteading lifestyle. One of my first orders of business is to build an arch cabin on my 30 acres located along the Oklahoma-Arkansas border. Previously we built piers, and now that those have cured, here we are preparing to begin building the subfloor. Of course, that starts with unloading all the wood. This was our second truckload of lumber. And don't even get me started on the cost of all this. Once we had all the lumber unloaded, we could begin working on the perimeter joists of the subfloor.
We'll have to measure that 24 again, Art.
Come out a little bit on this one. Or no, go in, I mean, sorry. Right there.
Yes, if you're curious, we were using a baby nasal aspirator to help blow off the cement dust as we were using the hammer drill. My cousin had actually passed this trick along to me.
You got redhead?
Sorry, momentary lapse.
We're thinking ahead, Art.
You doggies.
Right on.
Kirby, I don't know about you, but I think we are due for an hourly increase.
Huh?
I think we're due for an hourly increase.
I think so.
You guys are going to unionize on me, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so. It's gonna happen, Art.
Okay. Today we worked on the perimeter of the subfloor and we were able to get it done. We felt really good about this. This was kind of our goal today, because when you're doing the perimeter you have to actually do all the squaring again and make sure that all your measurements are right. So everything we did when we were first measuring for the pier locations, we actually had to do again today. So we knew it would take a little bit of time. But the difference was when we were measuring with the pier locations, you know, we didn't necessarily have to be exact. We were trying to be exact within about an inch. But today, because this is the actual final subfloor that the cabin will go on, we had to be exact to within 1/8 of an inch, which is really, really small. So let me show you what we did here. So each one of the piers has this bracket in it now, and we put in an anchor bolt into the concrete, and we did that using a hammer drill. And then obviously we've got the bracket attached to the 2x8 as well. And on the inside you can see we've got that bolted down. So all of these are pretty much the same, with the exception of the corner piers, and we put an extra little angle bracket in there and screwed them down just to give a little bit of extra stability and strength to it. Since the cabin is 24 by 32 feet long, here on the perimeter, the lengthwise that you see here, we use 2x8s by 16s, and we have 2 of those. We had to cut a little bit off of each one because they're a little long. And then for the 24-foot width, we used a 2x8 by 16 and an 8-foot piece as well. And where all of these connected, we've got, I think those are called mending plates, if I recall correctly. So we put those in there, and they're on both sides. Tomorrow we're going to start working on the interior, and we're going to have 16 inches on center. So every 16 inches we're going to have you know, a joist that runs 24 feet wide, and then here along all of the piers we're going to do 2x8 by 16s again all the way to the perimeter joist, kind of to give some additional support to those joists that are running widthwise as well. So it should be pretty strong. It's good to see this wood on here because I've been staring at these piers now for like a month. As you're aware, it takes about 30 days for the concrete to cure. So it's nice to see something else going up here. And we'll have this done probably within a couple days, is what we're thinking. We do have some bad weather again, of course. I'm getting tired of saying that. But definitely within a week we should have that done, and in about a week and a half is when the cabin kit gets delivered. So we're kind of under the gun to get this done, but I don't think it's going to be too big an issue. Once we completed the perimeter joists and the 2 long center joists, we turned our focus to the smaller center joist. We had a good process by this point, although some of the pieces proved to be a little difficult. Although a feeling of accomplishment was coming on at this point, we had worked out a process where I would work on installing the joist hangers in the evenings by myself, since this task really didn't require multiple people. I ended up installing about 80 hangers using around 300 screws this evening. Needless to say, I was exhausted. But the good news was that with all the joists completed, we could now begin placing the plywood on the subfloor and getting it nailed down. We had waited patiently for this point because finally things went smoothly. The subfloor turned out to be better than we could have expected, but now is probably where I should introduce our hippie word of the day, and that word is shims, which I define as the savior of a rookie carpenter. Stay tuned for the next video because the cabin has arrived on site.